All right, so I thought we'd take a quick look at the syllabus. So this is Math 103, Topics in Math, the online section for fall 2019. I have my contact information here. Office hours say to be determined. What we'll do, we'll very quickly try to come up with a time during the week in the evening that we can set for an office hour. Catalog description, required texts. So there are no required texts, so we see that. Nothing there. Objectives and student learning outcomes. And then we get to what it is you're probably most worried about. Required assignments and what they're worth as far as toward your grade. So we grade 4 different types of things in this course. We have our lesson discussions right here, and they are worth 10%. We'll have one of those each week for 7 weeks. Lesson quizzes, 20%. Those are online quizzes. You'll get 2 chances for each one. Lesson projects, and those are the more in-depth part of the course. So the lesson projects, they're worth 40%, and again there will be 7 of those. And then finally a final project that you will do and present. The way we'll present is through VoiceThread. You'll get a couple chances to practice at creating voice threads, but that's how we will do the final project. Okay, so 100% there. The big thing is, as you get grades in Blackboard, I don't know that Blackboard will be set up with these weights, and therefore don't assume that Blackboard actually knows your final grade. It will have the pieces from the discussion quizzes project and then finally the final project, but it will not weight them properly, most likely. Over here, the 10%, 20%, 40%, 30%. And so whatever it reports for your final grade will probably be in error because it is not set up for the weighting. All right, so here's an explanation of each part. So the discussions, the big thing there is that each lesson I'll ask you to contribute to a discussion thread, and then also read others and comment on at least 2. If you pretty much just follow the directions, you will get 100%. I mean, many students do, but also many don't because they don't follow the directions. So make sure you follow the directions, and that part is for you to, and should help with your quizzes a bit. So the quizzes, again, they'll each have 10 questions, I think. That's what this is saying. But you'll get 2 attempts, so it says multiple attempts, but it'll be 2 attempts on each one. The projects, those are more in depth. The first few will mostly just have you following my instruction with then a little bit on your own. The big thing there again is follow directions. Make sure you submit things as a PDF file, so you'll be able to make it in Word, but you'll need to submit a PDF file. And finally, the final project, we'll learn more about that in a few weeks into the class, 3 or 4 weeks into the class. Grading scale, for this class I pretty much go 90, 80, 70, 60, and so if you get 90 to 100% of the points with the weighted average, you'll have an A minus follows, and so forth down. here's the tentative course schedule. So we'll start with some algebra and graphs, the straight lines, piecewise defined functions, and so forth. So here's the final project is our last week. That we have important dates, and then finally faculty college policies, faculty and college policies are in a separate file in this same folder with the syllabus.